course, Brass and Bonanza, the Whalers song.
Got it.
And now we will go to, I guess we would say councilman, also a lawyer in the area. We go to John Q. Gale. Good afternoon, John.
Well, is it good afternoon there?
Almost. Hey, John, when I see 11 o'clock as an Irish person, it's afternoon.
Okay. I'm with you. Good afternoon. Is this Mike?
This is Mike. Thanks so much, John, for joining us here on rawmikeRichards.com. And I got to say, the response on Twitter that we have and have had is really quite extraordinary, which just goes to tell you of all the teams that have moved on from their particular, I would say, city of origin. I don't know if there's greater emotion than I feel, and maybe even surprisingly so, when you bring up the name the Hartford Whalers.
And you're absolutely right, and we back that up with some actual data and statistics. I think in my article I quoted from both Reebok and from I forget if it was ESPN, but on the strength of the logo and the fact that it still sells 20 years later, it's somewhat mystifying really, since that the team left here because they didn't like the attendance. And so, you have to wonder, well, if people weren't going to the games, where's all this love come from? But it's there. It's there, and it's real, and it hasn't gone away.
Yeah.
John, sort of the logistics of it, and again, when you get in discussions of the taxpayers, would there be monies coming from the households of those areas to support a professional team? It always brings up such strong emotions. You get sort of the example I use is the breads, not circuses kind of feel to it. So if I'm looking at you as being on the council for the city of Hartford, being from that area, do you think that there is a real possibility that people wouldn't mind paying? I want to say it was in the area of like $250 per household that you figure could actually bring this thing in?
I worked it out. It's $274 per capita. So it's just some simple math, but I ended up doing a nice spreadsheet on it, where I took the cost of the team, and I just pegged it at what Forbes said was the value of the team. Since they have the lowest attendance records right now in the NHL, perhaps the value has gone down. I don't know. But if we work with the Forbes number and we then just divide it by the population of of Central Connecticut, that works out to $274 a person. Some towns, Connecticut is 169 towns. We have no county government, so we're dealing with all these little communities. In my area, it's 38 towns, and the smallest of those towns would have to pay $800,000 to be an owner of the Whalers. That doesn't seem like a lot. The larger of those towns, West Hartford, would have to pay $18 million as a town. That's a pretty good-sized number, but just to put it into some perspective, towns routinely bond for that kind of money. You pay it out over 20 years like you would a mortgage. And your monthly payment, your yearly payment rather, on the town side, fits nicely into a budget. So it's probably a very affordable thing if people had the will to do it. But I threw it out there as a provocative idea, not as something that I'm realistically out there promoting.
What? Did we just become best friends? Yep.